Ladies and gentlemen, it is I, Brian Redgrave, here with my review of Payback. A week after AEW's All In London, we're back with Payback, like I said. Which is crazy because I'm here going to review this, but probably the biggest news in wrestling right now is the fact that AEW fires CM Punk. But that's a topic for another day. How was Payback? Well, let's find out and get to the review. So, honestly, to tell you the truth, I was not excited for this pay per view before I watched it. I was not really looking forward to it. In fact, I was debating whether I should even bother to watch it. Because I got off work at 10 o'clock, got home, and I ate, took a shower, and I had to wait for the replay to come up in Peacock because I can't just put on the damn pay-per-view and go back to the beginning. I have to wait for the replay to come out. And I was debating whether to watch the whole thing or watch certain parts of it and fast forward some parts. And I'm like, you know what? I don't know what I'm going to do. But it kicked off with Trish Stratus and Becky Lynch. And honestly, that match was so good, I decided to watch the whole pay per view. Because I said to myself, whoa, is this match that I was not really looking forward to because the feud has been never ending can surprise me? Maybe the rest of the card might do the same. And yes, this steel cage between Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus was a kick ass match. Like, I didn't know they had it in them. Like, honestly, this feud has been never ending. It's been dragging. This match should have happened at SummerSlam and it didn't, and it's like I stopped caring about this entire feud a long time ago. But I can honestly say this match got me hooked. This match delivered. It was a great steel cage match, and probably the greatest steel cage match with women in it. I won't say of all time, but definitely the greatest women's steel cage match I've ever probably seen. It was really good. It was really kick ass. It was back and forth. Trish Stratus clearly took some bumps, as you could see it in her forehead, her face. She was all beat up. She's gonna remember this one, her first steel cage match ever, apparently, and she's gonna remember this one for sure. And she took a pretty nasty suplex from the top of the cage too, and she got hit with the manhandle slam also from the top, not the top of the cage, but the top of the turnbuckle. So yeah, she took her bumps in here, and like I said, the match was pretty kick-ass. It was pretty back and forth. It was a fun steel cage match, and it was a fun opener. Like I said, it made me watch the whole pay per view. Like I said, I was debating whether to watch the whole thing or skip through matches, fast forward through certain parts, but it was so good. I'm like, wow, might as well watch the whole thing. The match was great. The match was awesome. I honestly thought it was a really good hell of a time. Of course, like always, the point of a steel cage match is so nobody can interfere. Like Daily would tell you for the past 50 years, and yet somehow there are still interferences. Like people, they not learn. Like I don't know why they pretend like the steel cage match is gonna keep anybody out. We've seen plenty of steel cage matches still have people get involved. I've seen Kane get involved in one with Roman Reigns. I've seen the Wyatt family help Bray Wyatt inside the steel cage. Like I don't know why they pretend this is like a thing. It's not. And Zoe Stark got in there to try to help Trish. She got her ass kicked too. So she went in there to get her ass beat. So yeah, Becky Lynch literally just took them both of them by the end. Manhandle slam Zoe and manhandle slam Trish for the win. It was a really good match. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like I said, it was interestingly. I mean, this clearly ends the feud. Becky wins. The NXT Women's Champion was watching in the crowd. So I guess that's next for Becky. As later on in the night, there was like a little tease of that about the fact that Becky's never won the NXT Women's title. So I guess that's what's next for Becky Lynch, which I guess is good for her. But the thing is, when the match ended and Becky left, Trish got up, Zoe was in there, Trish got upset and slapped Zoe. Zoe went and hit her with the finisher. So that either means one of two things. That is how Trish is being written out. She lost and then got taken out by her protege. Or we're going to get Zoe Stark versus Trish Stratus, which I'm not sure how I feel about that. I mean, Trish can definitely still go. But a feud between them, I'm not sure I want to see that, but we'll see. But, or it could just be her being written out like this, double humiliation. We shall see. As far as this match is concerned, heavy metal horns for awesome, because I honestly thought this match was fantastic. It was more than good. It was honestly a fantastic match. I honestly just, I honestly thought it was really good. And like I said, that superplex on the top of the damn cage was fucking insane. Then we had LA Knight versus The Miz, which was interesting because the match had a little special twist added to it. Before the match came out, John Cena came out because he's the host of Payback. That honestly doesn't kind of mean anything really, but whatever. They always make it like a big deal. And he was out there to talk and, how he had never been a host, blah, blah, blah. He just says he's going to be the special guest referee for this match out of nowhere. So, like, that wasn't announced beforehand. This is just something that was announced last minute. And honestly, I think that was kind of for the best because, I mean, LA Knight is super over for sure. And he would get the crowd invested in the match already because of how over he is. But I feel like adding John Cena to the mix maybe help people get even more involved into the match. And the match was fine. The match was honestly nothing special. Like I said, Cena was a special guest referee, which means, there was a few accidents that could have happened. Miz tried to cheat. Cena caught him, kicked him in the in the hand because he held the rope. I was like, I don't think I've ever seen a referee hit a wrestler for trying to cheat, but okay. Yeah, he kicked his arm off the rope instead of telling him not to do it. Obviously, LA Knight won. I think that's pretty obvious. Like I said, match wise, it was fine. There honestly really wasn't anything special, but uh, yeah, it got the job done. LA Knight won. Crowd loved it. Cena did a little endorsement at the end. In my opinion, Cena and LA Knight, whether it's a team up or something, they should end up having a match at some point because Cena's back for like 6 weeks or whatever. I feel like they should have a one-on-one match. I'm not saying nobody needs to be a heel because LA Knight won't be a heel. We know Cena ain't gonna be a heel. Even if it's a face versus face match, I feel like a match between them would be great for Cena to put over LA Knight. At least in my opinion. And maybe, like I said, that was a little tease. Cena endorsed him. They shook hands, but LA Knight was like, "Oh, you almost cost me in there," and all that stuff. So, like, yeah, maybe they'll do it. That's just my opinion. I feel like they're smart. That's what they'll do. But the crowd was super over for night. And it was, like I said, the match itself was fine. So I guess I give it an up. But it really wasn't nothing special. And speaking of things that were not special, was the following match, which was Rey Mysterio versus Austin Theory for the U.S. title. I honestly thought this match was boring. I was not into it. I feel bad saying that because I do like Rey Mysterio, but Austin Theory, whatever he had going for it for himself a few months ago, has been clearly lost, and it's just not there. It's just not there. The match was boring. I can't even remember anything major that even happened in the match. I can tell you that for sure. Like all I remember was Ray winning and the LWO coming out to celebrate. That's all I honestly remember. Like there was like nothing that can tell you was like, oh my god, that was cool, that was great. I just don't know what it is. Whatever Theory had going for him, I have a feeling Theory's gonna just go down the card real soon. Cole compared him to Randy Orton in the commentary. I guess maybe like early careers, but like that's a big comparison to compare Theory to because I just I honestly feel like in the near future, Theory is just gonna be a true jobber. Yeah, I'm sorry to say that if you're a fan, but yeah, this match was honestly not very. It was boring. It was a boring match. Down. Honestly, it gets it down. Let's just move on to something that was actually really good. It was a street fight between the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn versus the Judgment Day, specifically Finn Balor and Damian Priest. This match was awesome, and without question, the match of the freaking night. This it's rare to see WWE do like a no disqualification match where I'm actually impressed. It's usually the same type of BS. And while the match for sure was nowhere near the brutality of the stuff that AEW does with their no DQ matches, this was probably the most hardcore match WWE's done probably in a while. It was honestly great. The fact that it was a street fight meant that there was no tagging in or out. They were all over the ring, all over the arena, all over the crowd. There was chairs, candlesticks, trash cans, tables, interfering shenanigans. Like there was a lot going on here, and honestly, it was great. It was awesome. It was fantastic. I just honestly thought like this was just match of the night, guys. Without question, if there's one match you want to watch of this, like if you only want, like, man, I only want to watch one match. This is the one you watch. Whew. So let's see where do we even start. There's a lot of going on here. Kevin Owens was bleeding. That was new. We don't really typically see blood in WWE. Usually when we do it's real. I don't think this was real. I think he probably bleeded. I think. I know they don't allow bleeding, so that'd be weird. But I don't think it was a legit hit. But yeah. Let's see. Like I said, there was just a lot of chaos going on. I can't even really explain to you the chaos that was going on. Like I said, they broke tables and all this stuff. Like Finn Balor was put through a table. Everybody went at it. At one point, Sami Zayn and Owens, they had, Sami Zayn had like a Terry Funk, not Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens had a Terry Funk shirt. Um, they later changed clothes to like what was it, hockey team, the Pittsburgh hockey team, I guess. I don't watch hockey, but I guess that's what it was. Which the crowd loved that. And this is probably gonna be a match of the, not just match of the night. It definitely is, but I think this is probably a match of the year contender. Cause like I said, Kevin Owens, again the match went to the crowd, and he went to the one of the top of the where the crowd is at. You know, he went up the stairs. I don't know how to describe it. I really don't. But he went to the where the crowd is at. He climbed the stairs. He jumped over Dominic Mysterio, who was interfering, and broke the table with him. That's the best way I can describe it. I don't know how to describe it. And yeah, it looked painful. I think he half missed. Like the upper body got Dominic, which broke the table, but the bottom half, I think that man broke his ass on the way down there. So yeah, Dominic was interfering in here. He got put to the table. Rhea Ripley got involved. What's this guy's name? Jay McDonough, whatever the hell his name is. He got involved. Cause Sami Zayn was about to win, I believe, pinning Damian Priest, and he got involved. And Kevin Owens took him out with the meanest pop-up powerbomb I've seen on the announcer table. I thought that dude was broken in half. I thought that dude was dead. I'm like, holy shit, is that dude all right? Like, go watch that spot. It looked painful. It did not look fun whatsoever. When the guy was standing, I could not freaking believe it. Rhea Ripley got involved, broke the barricade with Kevin Owens. Finn Balor was put through a table. Like I said, there was a lot of chaos going on here. Trash cans at one point. They put a trash can on Finn, and Sammy and Kevin started whacking candlesticks at the trash can. I've never understood that spot too much because that to me is illogical because technically the trash can's protecting him, but whatever. Um, let's see what else. Damian Priest suplex. What's this guy's? And the Sami Zayn into a bunch of steel stairs that were like they were in position for you to sit down. So they were in position, and there was four of them. He threw them right on top of all four. That looked painful. Yeah, there was a lot of crazy spots in this match, and the match was just a lot of fun. And the best part was that the Judgment Day won. I did not see that coming with the way the finish happened because Sami Zayn hits Finn Balor with the haluva kick. And he went for the 1, 2, 3, but the pinfall got broken by Dominic Mysterio, who survived being broken in half. He broke it with the briefcase, but I guess he hit Sammy so hard with the briefcase when he broke the pin. The Finn Balor just pinned him right there, 1, 2, 3, like no finisher, no nothing. I like when matches end with no finishers and also not a roll up. Because sometimes it's annoying when only a match ends by finisher. Like, oh, okay. Because the thing with wrestling is they go for pins, but 9 out of 10 times, that's not gonna end it because that's not the finisher. Finishers is what win matches here. So it was interesting to see that. Like, it was weird, but I'm at the same time like I kind of liked it. And the Judgment Day won. Like they actually won the tag titles. They are dripping in gold now as they celebrated Rhea with her Raw Women's World Heavyweight Championship, Dominic with his NXT North American Championship, and Damian and Finn with the undisputed unified tag team titles, and the fact that Damian Priest has the money in the bank. If these guys have all the gold, like they were saying, and I love it. I was worried that I mean at some point Finn is probably gonna get taken out the Judgment Day, but I'm glad it's not now. I was being really annoyed by all the losing by Finn Balor, all the constant bickering. I was getting worried. I was like, it's not time to split Judgment Day yet. And WWE has this tendency of breaking factions and teams before they should be broken up. Just look at the Hurt Business. So the fact that they won, and I feel bad for Sammy and Kevin because their title run was not really the best, honestly. But man, I'm so happy that the Judgment Day have all the gold. Like, and then the fact that the match was as awesome as it was, man. I just hope they have a great run with the belts and they don't end too quick. I thought the match was fantastic. I thought the end result was fantastic, and seeing them all with the gold was just sensational. And honestly, the match gets heavy metal horns for awesome. This match was match of the night, and it was fantastic. Now, I usually only really focus on the matches. Whenever there's segments that play out, I usually don't really discuss them, as I like to talk about the matches because that's what we watch the pay-per-views for. But I will talk about this one because something interesting happened here. So it was the Grayson Waller effect featuring Cody Rhodes. I mean, this really nothing happened here. Cody Rhodes talked about all those different types of shows that they have, Piper Squid, Miss TV, blah blah blah, and he joined because he wanted to bring breaking news. He called in a favor, blah blah blah. Nothing really like important was going on here. I thought it was gonna end with them brawling at some point or teasing a match or something of the sorts. But instead, Cody Rhodes said that he called in a favor or some bullshit like that. And that he got a new talent for Monday Night Raw. Out comes Jey Uso. If you remember, Jey Uso quit SmackDown, the Bloodline, and the WWE. And now he's in Raw. Like, that line now makes no sense. Like, if that was going to be the case, he should have sent him out of the Bloodline and out of SmackDown. But to say that you were out the WWE, dude, for what? For 2 weeks? Something even Grayson Weller even literally said. He literally brought that up. The fact that, he's like, dude, you've been gone like 2 weeks. Like, and it's true. I don't get what the point of that angle was now that he's back so soon. And the fact that he's on Raw makes me think that they're doing this to keep him away from the bloodline, so they can revisit that later down the line, like they did with Ray and Dominic just last year. They were in the middle of a feud, and they were put in separate brands so they could wait until the time for Mania, so they could have the match of Mania. Is that what they're doing here? I'm going to assume so. That way, Jay's on Raw, having a singles run, and eventually maybe at the Rumble going forward, they'll restart the program. That's what I'm assuming here. because I just Jey Uso got a magnificent pop. I am excited to see Jey Uso have a singles run in Raw. Maybe he'll win like the a mid card title or something. Maybe he'll win the IC belt or something. Maybe he'll be the one to dethrone Gunther. Not sure I want that. It's just an example of something that he could do. Uh, so yeah, like I just nothing really happened here, and he just super kicked Mr. Grayson, and that was it. Like it, would, yes, Jey Uso got a big pop. Yes, we love Jey Uso, but like I said, I don't see the point of the whole quitting the WWE angle for just 2 weeks later he's now on Raw. And did it make any? Does it make any sense for Cody Rhodes to be the one to bring him? Considering that it's thanks to the bloodline that he's not Universal Champion, Undisputed Champion, whatever you want to call it, champion. It just doesn't make sense story wise either. So this whole segment, as much as I love Jey Uso, honestly, from at least for me, really kind of gets it down. I didn't see the point in it, and yeah, I didn't care. And then it was Raquel Rodriguez versus Rhea Ripley for the women's championship. So like to me, this match should have been before the Judgment Day one, because the Judgment Day were all celebrating with their belts, and then Rhea defending her title. So because that had just happened, that made me go, Rhea's not gonna lose when the Judgment Day just won the tag belts, and the whole point is they're all dripping in gold. So maybe this match should have gone first. One, because of that end result of the Judgment that kind of made this match obvious, and two, because this match was just not as good. In fact, this was probably my second least favorite match after the Mysterio and Austin Theory match. It wasn't as boring as that one for sure. These women kind of brought it, and the match. See, this match was fine versus the other one being boring. But the reality is, if you want to see a kick-ass women's match, go watch Trish and Becky. That one was way better. This one was fine. Like there was nothing major thing happening here. It's just two big women who's stronger. You know, let's see who's the tougher of those two, type of thing. The match was fine. To me, it was right in the middle. Like no thumbs up or no thumbs down. It's right in the middle. I thought it was fine. Again, there's nothing much that I could talk about. I don't remember many things about it. That should tell you everything. I will tell you that Rhea Ripley was rocking these clothes that reminded me of China, and I will tell you that Rhea Ripley won thanks to Dominic Mysterio. So not only did Dominic Mysterio not only was Dominic Mysterio the reason the Judgment Day won the tag titles, he's also the reason Rhea Ripley retained her women's championship. So Dominic Mysterio is clearly like I think it was Corey Graves. I think he called him the MVP of the Judgment Day, and he might not be wrong. He might be into something with that. So yeah, match was fine. Like I said, not the worst match of the card at all. That honor goes to Theory, but it also this match was also nothing special for sure. Really nothing special. But then there was the main event for the World Heavyweight Championship, which was Seth Rollins and Shinsuke Nakamura. In this match, I have mixed feelings on. So, okay, let's get this straight. I thought the match itself was good. I liked the match. For one, the first thing I want to say is Shinsuke Nakamura's fucking entrance was so cool and it was so dope. So like before he even came out to his music and all that stuff, this video played of how he's gonna defeat Rollins, but it had like this anime type of style to it, and he's speaking Japanese and there's like English subtitles, and it was so cool. Like one of the biggest thing about Shinsuke, and I'm a huge Shinsuke fan, is when they were trying to have him do these promos in English. It's just not doesn't work for him, and he's not proficient in the language of English to give you a great English promo. And I feel like them doing the Japanese stuff and adding the subtitles to it, I think that's worked so wonderful. And I'm so happy to see Shinsuke back in the main event scene. And I feel like that intro worked. When the intro happened, I was like, whoa, like they really went all out for this entrance. and he even enters second. He even enter first. Champions are supposed to enter last, but whatever. So I was like, huh, will Shinsuke maybe win? Is that why this is closing? I mean, because realistically, the Judgment Day match should have closed. Especially because they had pyro explosion, by the way, when they won. There was no pyro when this match ended. So yeah, anyway. So the intro was dope and the battle of the famous entrance theme songs because people were singing to Rollins' song in the entrance, people were singing Shinsuke's song in the entrance. Again, so in terms of wrestling match, the match is not disappointing. It was a good match. It was more of a technical match, back and forth match. But there were a few things that really irritated me. And here's the first thing that irritated me: the storyline of the back, Rollins back, Rollins back, Rollins back. Every 2 freaking minutes, you're being reminded Rollins back. Okay, Rollins back. They even contradict themselves because they even bring up the fact that even with Rollins back, he beat AJ Styles. Even with Rollins back, he's been having all these great matches. Okay, if you know that, why must you not remind me every 2 minutes, every time Shinsuke just kicks his back? Oh my God, Rollins back. It was the most annoying, infuriating thing because if you were to take a shot every time they said Rollins back, back, you're gonna be drunk by the end of the match. It was super annoying. Yes, we get it. His back. Like this whole storyline was dumb to begin with, and the way the commentators just keep bringing that up and just gonna push it down your throat, and it's annoying. So yeah, but here's my thing. They're telling you this, so that's kind of like a perfect out for Shinsuke to win. Like they're trying to tell you that Rollins' back is not really to the best. So meaning Shinsuke as the heel, if he won, there could be the argument that Rollins' back, and he could have the rematch and all that stuff. A perfect explanation for Shinsuke to win, and then they go all out with the entrance. And then Shinsuke turned heel to be champion. You know, and then Shinsuke loses. And he loses clean. Oh my God. Like, this just. When that happened, I got flashbacks to his feud with AJ Styles. Again, that also was a feud where Shinsuke turned heel to challenge for the World Championship. In that case, the WWE Championship. And he did not win it. And I have a feeling he's not going to win it here. He didn't win it tonight. And I don't know if they're going to have a rematch. I don't know if there's going to be more to this feud. Or maybe Rollins is going to go somewhere else. But if they're going to have a rematch, is Shinsuke just going to lose again? I don't want that. I honestly really wanted Shinsuke to win. I was so bummed out when Rollins hit that curb stop, and I thought Shinsuke was gonna kick out for a second there because it took Rollins forever to get to the pin. Curb stop, and there was like such a long pause between the curb stop and the pin. I'm like, oh, maybe he'll kick out. And he didn't kick out. I was like so heartbroken. And then Shinsuke's just standing outside in disappointment. I'm like, oh, he's gonna attack Rollins. He's gonna attack Rollins, just beat the shit out of him. And he didn't. The pay per view just ended. To what? In the great mood I was watching this whole match in ringside, so I was thinking, oh, maybe he'll help Shinsuke win the title. Heel shenanigans. Maybe that'll happen. Another perfect good reason or explanation for Shinsuke to win. And he didn't. Like, yeah, I was just like, it really bummed me out. Like that end result really bummed me out. And I'm just like, and now I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I don't know. Will Shinsuke get a rematch? But if he does again, will it be just to lose? Is this gonna be the AJ Shinsuke feud all over again, where Shinsuke got like 20 chances and lost all 20 of them? I hope that's not the case. But I really do want Shinsuke to win. I feel like Shinsuke's a perfect opponent for Rollins to lose to. And like I said, the story was there. The commentators brought up his Rollins back so many damn times that I'm like, oh, maybe Shinsuke will win, and that's the excuse. That's the thing that gives Rollins the out, that like he lost, but it's because he has a hurt back or whatever. They didn't take that. The Great Muda's just sitting out there. They didn't use that either. I just, oh my god. I just, that really bummed me out. I'm gonna give this an up based on the fact that I liked the match. Because the match itself was not bad at all. It was a pretty good match. But I know that I'm disappointed for the reasons I stated. So overall, I honestly gotta say, Payback was I was quite impressed because from the looks of it, before you even watch the damn thing, you could look at the card and be like, man, this is a B pay-per-view at its finest. This is B-level pay-per-view stuff. This is not gonna be nothing special. But I was wrong. Between the great steel cage match and the great tag team match between the Judgment Day and Kevin Owens and Sammy, this was a must-watch pay-per-view. And even the stuff in between was not too bad with Rollins and Shinsuke. Like I said, the Rhea and Raquel one was fine. And the LA Knights and Miss one was also fine. Not too bad. The Theory one was not very good. Very fucking boring in my opinion. So yeah, overall, I'd say Payback was it gets an up overall. I feel like Payback was a pretty solid, really good pay per view. I would say really good pay per view. I would even say maybe great, just on the fact that it had the steel cage match and the street fight. Those two matches really elevate this pay per view to be that good, because the stuff in between was also fine and not bad. Again, minus the Theory match. So yeah, those are my thoughts, my review on Payback. If you agree, let me know. If you disagree, let me know. Feel free to leave a comment below if you're interested in discussing wrestling. Like the video, share the video, subscribe for more wrestling reviews. This has been the one, the only Brian Redgrave. Redgrave out.